Hello, everyone, and welcome back. My name is Isaac Rhythm Arredondo,
And I am Devin, TheDoc O'Connor.
and we are back with more Miami League of Legends action. Tonight, your 3-2 Miami University Redhawks are up against a new and improved team from the university at Buffalo. They are currently sitting at 4-1. You may remember last year our penultimate matchup against the Bulls didn't go through because unfortunately they did have to FF that matchup, but they are back and better than ever. Devin, they have 4 Master Tier players on their roster. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, yeah, that is pretty nuts. It's tough to find 4 Masters players anywhere nowadays.
Yeah.
But shiny new coat of paint on this University of Buffalo team, and definitely a pretty intimidating roster they have. So I'm curious to see how Miami can stack up. This is going to be a unique challenge for them to see if they can overcome some of the more synergistic issues that we've been seeing. I think that generally we've definitely seen a lot of progression from the side of the Redhawks, but I am encouraged to see more. I'm looking more towards the bot lane. I think in this matchup,
Yeah.
I think that I've been very impressed with Keen's Egoist. I think he has played really well on a lot of different variety of champions, whether that be weak side or more of a bruiser type. So definitely looking forward to observing more on that sense. But I think towards the bot lane, really just trying to figure out an identity that is consistent for us, and just kind of ironing out those champion pools, those things that we've been cooking up in the scrims.
Yeah, we locked in the Ezreal, I think it was last week, either against Ball State on Wednesday or on Monday. I don't remember exactly. But the Ezreal I don't think it really did what we wanted to do
No.
from our perspective at least. But we've really been enjoying the things like the Varus, the Yunara, stuff that we know that Christian Solazak Tarzia is very comfortable on. So we are getting word was Ball State on Wednesday. But yeah, I kind of agree. The bot lane this year, the identity is still to be established, but I'm sure that tonight they will be able to do that. The Bulls are 4-1 in ESC play, and they are coming off of a strong win against another 4-1 team in Kent State. So this is a team that has been doing very well in the conference so far.
Yeah, definitely going to be riding that momentum off of victory. Miami had admittedly a pretty tough week.
Yeah, that second game last week.
Looking back, yeah. I mean, they let me get home early, which was very kind of them.
Could do my homework.
Yeah, I know. Definitely getting the clock out a little bit earlier, but yeah, it was kind of unfortunate to watch, and there wasn't really much we could tell you about that loss at the time. So hopefully they've taken that as kind of added fuel to their fire, and that will allow them to bounce back against this admittedly very strong University of Buffalo roster.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm curious to see if they can use that as their motivation. But all things considered, I think Miami still in a good spot. They've been, I can tell you from behind the scenes, been working very hard
Absolutely.
to improve their synergy, and I'm encouraged to see what they have for us this week.
Yeah, we know this team has been scrimming a lot. In fact, I think they did a double block scrim last night, so they should be red hot and ready to go. However, we're going to go through the rosters like we normally do, and then we'll get our brains working with some little teasers that we have planned.
Yeah.
For the University at Buffalo, they are bringing tonight Remy in the top lane. This is different than the Remy that Eastern Michigan had last year. But Remy in the top lane, we have Tobacco in the jungle, Elvin Cyber in the mid lane, with Inon Suko as their 80 carry and 1,000 Paper Stars as their support.
I like that name.
1,000 Paper Stars. I really liked it when I was looking through it earlier.
Yeah, it's just wholesome. It just feels like it kind of reminds me of something I saw. There was a teaser for Worlds once, and it was like something about folding cranes, or no, it was in a T1 documentary. Yeah, and there's this I think it's Korean like superstition almost, that if you fold 1,000 paper cranes, and then put them in a jar, that you can wish for something, and then it comes true.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It's a fun fact.
Yeah, so that might be a reference to that. Just because, I mean, it's a little on the nose, but yeah, that was something that I really enjoyed learning about.
Wow, what a fun fact. Miami, of course, they're bringing their starting 5 that we have grown custom to. We have Kins Egoist Nakazawa in the top lane, Younggen X Lu in the jungle, Jack WGFY Lee in the mid lane, with Christian Solzak Tarzia and Jen Beans Lu in the bot lane. Beans
Yeah.
has been doing very well. But we're going to get our brains working a little bit here before the matches start. So let's throw it on to the Luldle, as we normally do.
Oh boy.
This is redemption for last week on Wednesday, where we really struggled.
So I've gotten a heads up that we should start Pantheon, but according to my heart, we're starting Ash. Let's be real here.
Yes, Prod wants Pantheon. We'll let Prod have their way just this one time.
What?
We'll
No.
let Prod have their
Oh my.
moment.
All right. Okay, fine. We can start. Fine.
We'll go Pantheon. We'll go
Fine.
Pantheon. This
Fine.
is for you,
I'm
Prod.
not happy about it, but we probably
We'll
should
have
change
words with
things.
them later.
Okay, well,
It is not Targon 2010.
I don't even know what.
Dude, male jungle support top. This was a terrible idea.
Yeah,
for Prod.
wait. Prod actually trolled. Wait, what?
Male jungle support top.
That's so many
any
different
one
things.
of those. I think it's a male top human. Excuse me.
Garen, no.
Male top
Garen,
human.
it's Garen. Garen, lock it in.
No, not melee. Not melee.
Oh,
not melee.
but no mana.
It is a male ranged, no mana.
Gnar.
Oh, but is Gnar an aspect or a human?
No,
I don't think Gnar came out in 2010 either.
It's a human ranged top laner. Actually, no, I think it's a jungler. I'm gonna be honest.
Human ranged top laner.
That's a very few.
I don't think of any of them. It's got to be a male ranged.
Who's
support.
old?
Who is old actually? Wait, this is a tough one. Why did you do this to us?
Yeah, well, you.
Male. Wait, no, it's a jungle. It's a jungle. It's a jungle.
Yeah.
It's a jungle. It has to be a jungle.
Who's a ranged jungler?
Dude, ranged junglers are so weird.
Graves. Yeah.
Oh wait, Graves is actually
Graves is
a
good guess.
That is a
but
great guess.
It's melee. No mana.
No.
It uses mana.
No.
Graves uses mana.
No, I don't think.
Yes, he does.
Does he?
He does.
We can lock in Graves. Actually,
he uses mana.
But we just need information. We just need information
fine.
at this point. Go Graves. Prod, thank you for that hint. I actually think that might be it.
No, he uses mana.
I don't think Graves uses.
Yes, he does use mana.
Well, it's not jungle. It's not Bilgewater. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm thrown. I'm siding with Prod. I should side with my co-caster here.
I think this is a top. No, it's not a top laner. There's just like
Kennen.
Yes.
Oh wait, Kennen's not a human.
No.
We could get Kennen for some information. We could.
No, why are we informationing it?
But that's top lane. That's top lane ranged, no mana, and that decides if it's energy or something else.
Yeah, it could be energy, but
I don't play top lane.
It says human.
I don't play top lane.
I play top lane.
Then lock in, brother.
Okay, let me think. Let me think about this.
Prod, can you cycle through some champions? It's not.
Who do I hate playing
some
against?
Champions for me, Prod.
So it's not Teemo. Who are the other energy champions? Who's a rage champion that's ranged?
I don't know ranged energy other than Kennen.
I'm trying to think of the champions top lane that don't use mana.
It's none of those.
There's not a lot that don't use mana.
Shogath uses mana.
Because I'm thinking.
Oh my gosh, we've been throwing.
The ranged top
the last
laners
couple of weeks.
Could be support though. Who's a male support?
I doubt it's support. I can only think of like Rakan.
But ranged.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like.
Rakan. Kled. No, it's not Kled.
No, no, it's not Kled.
It's not Kled. It's like a human, but it's like a human hybrid. No.
It's like human and something else, which is weird. It's not Jax. It's not.
Keep going.
Jace, because that would be mixed.
Scroll down.
Scroll.
It's not Kale.
Not Kane. It's not Kale. It's none of them.
This is such a cop out, though. I feel bad doing this.
I know, but like this one's actually tricky. And Ball State still hasn't accepted my challenge for the.
But we don't want to challenge them because we're washed. I'm sorry. I'm putting it out there.
Last couple of weeks. I'm still putting it out. I'm still posing this to Ball State wherever you are.
Not Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser would be right because he doesn't, but he's not because he's not ranged.
Oh my gosh, dude! Wait, what is this? It's not Poppy. It's not Pike.
Nope.
It's not Quinn.
It's a.
I'm trying to think. Ranged.
Yeah, just guess Kennen.
We'll go. Wait. It's not.
Oh,
middle and top.
What?
2010 range. It's not energy, so it could be Fury.
Manaless. Yeah, it's Fury or it's Fury or it's.
It's Rage or Fury.
Yeah. So which would be like Gnar, Renekton.
But it can't be Gnar because it's a Yordle.
I know.
Renekton. Guess for region.
Yeah,
Prod
region
is asking us. We have Ionia, Bilgewater, Targon. Shurima would be Renekton,
like
Nasus,
no
which you can't do.
Yeah, no.
Shadow Isles, Thresh, Callista, Gwen,
Yorick.
Yorick. It's not
Maokai.
Yorick.
Nope.
It's not Maokai. Rune, Terra in general. Noxus, Swain.
Yeah. Yes.
Swain.
Swain can be played top. Yeah, I like that.
Oh.
Oh, he uses mana.
Yeah.
Crap. Oh my God, we
Oh
suck.
my gosh, dude. Okay, wait. Swain, Ambessa, LeBlanc, Kled,
What's another region? Is there
uh,
Ixtal?
Ishtal is Skarner,
Nothing there.
Zaya, Set. Set's not ranged. It's
Can't be a color.
Demacia is Galio, Quinn, Garen, Lux.
Wait,
Oh my
Piltover's on.
gosh. Oh, wait,
Piltover.
Piltover's on.
It's not Urgot. It's not Urgot because Urgot uses
Echo,
mana.
Urgot, Singed,
Set.
Renata. Oh my gosh, wait, this one's actually cooking our
Why
brain.
is this so hard?
This one's actually cooking my
Who
brain.
are the top laners? Like, I don't know top laners.
Bro said plays
Old
top
laner.
laners,
Yeah,
but doesn't know top laners.
I don't know, but range tops.
It's not Akshan.
It must be like someone that no one ever plays. It's not.
It
Jace.
has to be a super obscure champion.
Yeah.
It's none of
No,
those.
Rumble's not
I was
ranged.
thinking Rumble,
Rumble's not
but yeah,
ranged.
it's not a Yordle either. Team.
None of those.
Nope, none of those. Wow, wait, this one's really difficult actually. It's not Zed.
Keep going down.
No, Zed's not ranged.
None of those.
None of those.
Nope.
Wait, who is it?
Keep going.
Wow, we are really washed.
Yeah, I
Devin,
think
this is a bad look for us.
I know it's bad.
This is a really bad look for us.
None of those.
It's none of those. They all have mana. Those all have mana.
Scroll.
Prod, I think we're missing the last row of the keyboard.
Oh no.
If you could go through the last row of the keyboard starting with Z.
That's an S.
That is not a
We've
Z.
already done that.
There we go. It's not
those.
Zeri, it's not Ziggs, it's not nope. None of those.
Nope.
None of those. Wow, we're so washed.
Yeah, I don't know.
What about CVB, N, and M? Wait.
Wait.
Does
Nope.
Vex use
Vladimir.
Mana? It's Vladimir.
Oh my
It's
God.
Vladimir.
Yeah, who plays Vlad?
Who actually plays Vladimir?
No one
That's
plays
crazy.
Vladimir.
Actually, our support mid laner Pank does play Vladimir. No. Pank, if you're watching, I am so sorry.
That champ is made up.
Camivore, Noxus, and the Shadow Isles. I've never heard of Camivore.
Camivore is where Viego's from. He's Viego's uncle.
Pool our efforts. I am chiseled anew. It's a
Galio.
stone champion.
Galio.
Yes, I would also go to say Galio on this one. It's Galio. Awesome.
Redemption.
We're locked in for the rest of this. Vi.
Yep. Vi passive.
This is Vi.
Vi stands for Vice.
We've really been Blast Shield is the passive. We've really been stuck on the classics lately.
Yeah, it's so hard. Dude. I don't know why.
The Draven was our downfall.
Emoji was hard too.
Lee Sin. No. He was a punch other than Vi.
Vi is a punch.
Set maybe. Set boxes.
Dude, I don't want. Apparently, according to Prod, Buffalo's making fun of us. It's been a long day.
Hi, Buffalo chat.
I don't want to hear it. All right, it's been tough.
Bunch of bullies we have.
Yeah.
Boxing glove. I still want to say Lee Sin for this.
Yeah, I like
just because of his one skin.
Even though it's fine, whatever.
Even though he kicks more.
The Lee syndrome.
Okay.
What?
This is
that?
This is the
Blitzcrank.
Oh. I was gonna say it's the character.
It's his little hook. Look,
it's the character from that one
Look,
Nintendo
he's
game
hooking.
that I can't remember.
Look at that.
Min.
Okay, but using a boxing glove for Blitzcrank is foul.
It's Min.
That's an Ink Shadow skin.
That is Echo. That is the Halloween Echo skin.
That's not true.
It is Echo. I know that.
All right, try Echo.
It's either that or KDA.
It's his
Echo.
like prestige skin.
It's Echo. I know that.
It's his prestige one. Yeah. It's the prestige or breakout. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, breakout true damage Echo. I do know that.
It's like
one.
the gotcha one.
Yes.
Yes.
Breakout true damage. Cool. Redemption.
Cool. No, I wouldn't take that as redemption. I'm pretty depressed.
I hear that we do have some other games.
I'm really good
coming
at
up
this
as
one.
well. Costcodal, we have Theo Cookie Bites Double Chocolate 21 ounces.
That's a lot.
That is
try 650.
Whoa. I was gonna say like 12.
650. We're
Listen
talking
to the man.
about Costco.
Listen to the man. 650.
Actually, yeah, it probably will be more. 850.
It's definitely like
850.
12 something. Give me 11.99.
They don't do that though. They do like 50 cents.
They do like $11.95, but it's close enough if you do $11.99.
Oh,
$12.99.
$12.50. $12.50.
$12.50. I like.
$12.50. No way.
Oh my gosh, is this $13.99? I don't shop at Costco. $13.99. I don't shop at Costco, but
I
saying
do, but not
$13.99.
recently. A college student. All right.
$13.49. Wow, interesting.
Cool. Not terrible. I two-shotted it the last time I did it. So
Prod has some more games. Movie to movie. Our goal is
I
to
don't
get
even know what Wuthering Heights
from
is.
Iron Man 2 to Wuthering Heights. This is the new movie with Jacob Elordi
Okay,
and Margot
I think
Robbie.
what we do. Wait, what do we have to do?
So I'm thinking we can work backwards. So Worthington Heights has Margot Robbie. What else is Margot Robbie?
Superhero movie, Suicide Squad. That's a Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I think no,
well,
Suicide Squad.
I'm just working backwards.
I want a Suicide Squad. Margot Robbie.
We'll start from
Wuthering Heights.
We'll
is
start
so
from
weird.
yeah. We'll start from Wuthering Heights. I think it's easier to go to Iron Man 2.
Go Margot Robbie.
Hold on, don't go Margot Robbie just yet. If we could scroll. I don't know
None of those people.
any of these two. I think Owen Cooper's like that 15-year-old who won an award.
No, I don't like that. I don't know who Paul Rudd.
All right, scroll. We're going with Margot Robbie. I don't know what Jacob Elordi's in, to be honest. Margot Robbie.
Then go down to.
Hold on. We don't frame one lock Barbie. We scroll down.
Scroll down.
Asteroid City. Who's in Asteroid City?
I have no idea. I've never heard of
Oh,
that.
that's the one with Tom Hanks, I think.
I think the Suicide Squad.
Tobey Maguire's in Babylon, but that won't get us to. Suicide Squad is DC though. That's not Marvel.
Yeah, but it has so many people in it.
It doesn't have any of the Marvel people in it. If we could keep scrolling, Prod. I didn't see the full list. Peter Rabbit, Joker, Bombshell, Dreamland, Once Upon a Time.
Who's in Once Upon a Time?
Peter Rabbit, I, Tonya. Goodbye, Christopher Robin. Ewan McGregor's in that movie. Whiskey. Wait, hold on. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot has.
Dude, she's
Tina
been in
Fey.
so many stuff with Will.
Wolf. Wait, who's in Wolf of Wall Street other than?
Not enough people.
Jonah Hill and.
That's not a good choice.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
I think the Suicide Squad is good.
I don't think Suicide Squad.
No,
is
because
where
they
we
wouldn't
go.
be in a Marvel thing
Yeah.
if they've been in the DC thing.
I'm thinking.
Where's Babylon?
I want to.
I think Barbie's. Like
I think
everywhere.
Barbie. Wait,
Yeah,
Barbie. We can go Barbie.
Barbie.
Simu Liu's. Simu Liu's in Barbie.
Yeah, and
we go Barbie. Barbie. Then we go Simu Liu. Simu Liu.
Shang-Chi.
You can type it in at the top too. You don't have to like scroll. You can.
Dua Lipa, MCU.
Simu Liu.
SIM. Right? Yeah.
And then we go Shang-Chi.
Yep.
Could also just. Yes.
And then we just gotta find a guy who's in like the post credits.
Scroll down.
scene.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
Scroll.
Go.
Oh wait, no, Ben.
Wait.
Go up.
Wait, keep going.
Go up. No, go up. Go up there. He was literally in Iron Man. Go up.
Who?
Keep going. Ben Kingsley. Click Ben Kingsley now.
Is he in Iron Man?
Yes, he was in Iron Man
2.
He was the Mandarin.
In Iron Man 2?
Yeah, but he was in Iron Man 1. We can find it. It's fine.
Bro. Because I think Mark Ruffalo was in Shang-Chi, and that's where I was trying to go.
I don't think he was. He was in Iron Man. This guy. He was literally in the first Iron Man.
You can type in Iron Man at the top.
just type
If
in
it would
Iron
be
Man,
it would be way faster than this.
We're
It would
just
be way
scrolling,
faster
bro.
than this.
Bro, now he's not gonna do it.
Dude, what is my producer doing? Iron Man
He's
3.
gone off the rails.
And then we can go RDJ.
Yeah.
And then we can go Iron Man 2.
We're gonna scroll again. Okay, good.
Then we can go Iron Man 2.
Not ideal.
What's the shortest route possible? 2.
Show me.
Robert Downey Jr. to Chaplin to Paul Riss.
Who's Paul?
I don't know.
I don't know what Asteroid City is.
Who's in Asteroid? We're getting word from Prod that we could have gotten to Iron Man 2
Go to the
through
next one.
Asteroid City because apparently Scarlett Johansson's
I'm over
in
it.
that. Those look disgusting.
Yeah, both of those are awful.
Napper's Burger. Give it to me. Napper's Burger. Nafil
Yeah,
FC.
sure. Burgers. Do we
Oh,
just
that was
vote?
voting. That was voting. That wasn't even. So chicken burger or deep fried spaghetti and meatballs? The chicken burger being
That's gross
$6
looking.
and deep fried spaghetti
Go
meatballs
spaghetti.
being $8.40.
Both of those sound awful.
Deep fried spaghetti and meat. I think it's the chicken burger.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, it's. Yeah.
Chicken burger sounds.
Chicken
good.
burger's just simple.
Chicken burger's good and it's cheaper.
It doesn't look good though, but yeah, choose it.
What?
Oh my god, this guy.
That's crazy.
Pie and mash.
Important note before we go further. We are getting word that Miami is starting red side for this first
It's always
game.
the
They are
gross
starting
stuff.
red side.
Go the pie and mash. It's always the gross stuff that wins.
We do know that Remy plays a lot of ergot, so I'm
knew it.
thinking it might be an ergot ban frame 1.
What is
for
that?
the Red Hawks?
Poutine? Oh, poutine's so good.
Poutine or hot dog?
Go poutine.
Dude, what is that hot
Poutine
dog?
easily.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's everything gross
That
is
is
from the UK.
gross.
Poutine is super popular.
Dude, UK's got to fix their food. I
messed up.
can't
The
lie.
chippy tea buddy. Oh god, steak pie.
It's got to be
steak pie.
You're taking the steak pie over that.
That thing is gross looking. What even is that?
I go with England on this
with
one.
Mushy peas.
I was just making fun of them, but I got to go with England.
Mushy peas and tartar sauce. Ew. Steak pie.
I'm going with England and not
in
the
Scotland. And you're not choosing.
Prod, you have the deciding vote.
Prod, you choose. I can't. It's steak pie.
And he sides with me.
There's no way.
And we're right.
There's no way. Mushy peas.
Chicken wings and chips or pie with peas. Chicken wings and chips. It's
always the gross one.
Yeah,
dude.
I take back everything I said about England. We're going with Australia.
Fine. It's gonna be the other one, but fine. There's no way. They always choose something gross.
A sausage roll or roast potatoes.
Sausage roll. They love sausage rolls.
This is a lose-lose because they're both British.
Nope. Left. 100% left.
Go with the left.
There's no way. They love sausage rolls there. No, I haven't. I haven't
washed.
Okay, I've been
hot dog with mayo or Miami veggie burger.
It says Miami in the name. That's us.
Yeah, on principle, we got to go
Love
with
and
it.
honor.
On principle, it's probably going to be Brazil, and I hate.
Oh, they know.
Shout out the English.
Oh,
what is that?
That's a fun night.
That is a crazy hot dog. That is a hot dog
can we
for
show that on
3
stream?
people. Oh my gosh.
Guys, if we win
curry pie and a beer.
If we win
Gotta be the
2-0
hot dog.
tonight, I'll eat one of those live on stream.
How long do you think that would take you? I want to go with the hot dog on this one, honestly.
Probably under 30 seconds.
That is a gross looking hot dog.
Okay, but what do you do before you get to the bun? You just gotta
We're going on. So
Okay.
I get this on my screen.
Yeah,
we can't show this. We can't show this.
There's a double pinter.
I don't agree.
Ew. Dude, why do they show just the worst
Philly
stuff?
cheesesteak hot dog. Why does
New
it
York,
have,
that one.
It's got to be. Yeah, I agree. But is that like
There's
New
some
York, or
mushy
Is that the
peas.
cheese on it? Is that mustard or the cheese on it?
I don't know what it is, but I want it.
Philly cheesesteak.
Click it. Lock it in.
Dude, sometimes I have Philly
America.
cheesesteaks in the dining hall, and I feed off of them.
Oh,
Pigs in a blanket. Dude,
mystery.
Don't do the mystery screen.
Yeah, why don't we
Just
go left?
do the pigs in a blanket.
If that wins,
That is gross.
What is it? Can I look?
That's from America too.
8%.
That is from America too.
That's just
7
wrong.
out of 10.
That's wrong.
Well, not our best showing in these games today.
No.
I think we have some improvements to do on the classic Wordle. But I do want to talk about draft tier for a little bit. We do know that Buffalo does have 4 master tier players in the top, jungle, mid, and support. Their support plays a lot of enchantresses. Their top plays a lot of ergot.
That's a base pick. I like that.
Yeah, but with Miami being on the red side for this first matchup, what are some takeaways that we need to take away from the Bulls so that they don't get these super comfort picks on their really high level players?
Well, we do have to take into account that it is a fearless draft. So having that. Oh, hold on.
We're jumping right into draft. We have Ergot, Xinjiao, and Oriana banned from the side of the Redhawks, with Talia, Gwen, and Leona taken off the board by the Bulls.
And a Silas locked in as well. So we do see Solozak on his comfort on the Ezreal and the Galio locked in. So a lot of comfort being locked in for Miami.
Oh my gosh, it's a Jhin. I didn't even see that.
I really do like the Silas into the Galio matchup. I think it being able to steer the hero's entrance is pretty great.
I do think that Zehen is going to go to the jungle. I did look through Tabaco's match history, and I do think that will go to the jungler. We do get Rumble and Renekton banned out from the side of the Redhawks with Karma, and one more waiting here. But I do like this Ambessa pickup for Egoist in the top lane. We do know that he loves playing this Ambessa champion, and he's used it to great effect. We've seen some really clutch public executions to lock down some key targets in previous team fights.
Yeah, pretty crucial into the Jhin as well, just because he's so flighty in these team fights. And is
A
that a
Lux
locked in?
Whoa.
And my days, I've never... I think that's the first Lux I've ever casted.
I've never seen a Lux in this level of play before, but Seraphine.
Oh, no.
That is going to be Brand Jungle. Brand just got buffs. I forgot to mention that on the pre-show. But Brand did just get buffs to jungle minions, so that is going to go to the hands of X. Gnar is going to the top lane for Remy. I'm sure that Adam Karma Edwards, wherever he is very excited about that. A big Gnar fan himself. And their Seraphine is kind of what I would mention to you earlier about those Enchantress picks. Now, I want to talk about this Sylas. Sylas does get some nice value here with stealing the ultimates from Ambessa and Varus.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe the
Varus,
Galio
I think
too.
Galio is going to be the big one, and Bessa's the other one. It's not the biggest, like Brand. He can't make a huge use of Brand because he doesn't have the passive and everything
Yeah.
like that. But Lux, not bad. It's going to be up a lot. The one thing I'm keen on, I like the Brand lock in, but they don't have a traditional tank on the side of Buffalo to really benefit the most from
Mm-hmm.
like the max health damage scaling. But with the current buffs, it may be something that is worth keeping an eye on. The bot lane for Buffalo is very annoying. Not to say that Miami's isn't as well. A lot of poke coming from both sides of that lane, and then they just opt for a more weak side. Safe Gnar towards the top lane to match up into the Ambessa. Should be a pretty easy um, stabilizing pick. I just got word that we last picked Brand as well, so it
Mm-hmm.
is going to be response into the Zaheen showing from Buffalo. So yeah, I think a pretty creative draft, a little bit of a shift in styles, and more specifically looking towards the jungle. I think the Lux, I like the Lux a lot. I don't think it
I do too. I
is
think this
bad in
is
this.
going to be
Yeah,
a very poke heavy lane in the bot side. I know that Solo Zach is kind of averse to that Arcane Comet style of poke lethality Varus.
I think they're gonna need it.
So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not sure if he'll lock that in or take the lethal tempo, but my guess with seeing a Silas, a Jin, and a Seraphine on the other side, with an R2 having to play around that rage bar, I think the lethality Varus might be the play here.
yeah,
But yeah.
I think it is a must personally. I think to be able to match their poke and the benefit that you get from on hit into this team comp is very limited. If you're gonna get in range to hit, you're gonna be within range of the Gnar wall up. Basically his full combo, as well as the Silas. These are people that are really going to be in your face, to not allowing you to basically sit there and auto attack them.
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine that the lethality is really the only option in my mind. But we'll see what Solo Zach decides to opt for once we get in the game.
Yeah, I think the lethality might be the better play as well, because it does open the build path to that Serpent's Fang, which will help with reducing the shielding that Seraphine will get for the entire team. But I really do like the Seraphine pick, actually,
Mhm.
because you have three champions in the Gnar, Zehen, and Silas that really want to, get into the middle of the team fight.
The
Um,
charm, yeah,
yeah, with the charm, Seraphine's ultimate, the range extends for every member of your team that it passes through. So with those three members of the team going to be in front of that Seraphine at all times, the range of that is just going to be so extended and will be able to catch out so many members of the Redhawks. I do like the Jin just because I'm a Jin fan.
Mhm.
But also Seraphine's W, the slow pairs really well with Jin's Deadly Flourish for some setups and stuns. But I think I really like the draft from both teams here, because
Yeah.
again, you see that Mbessa Galio that we saw in previous weeks as well.
Yep, and got to keep in mind, like I said, that the Silas can follow the roam from the Galio, stealing the ult away himself. We could get the double Galio circles. That's always fun in a team fight. But yeah, I concur with what you said. Definitely going to be kind of dicey in these team fights for both sides. If anyone makes an overextension, the Mbessa can obviously punish with the public execution as well.
I do think that it'll be very important for X on that brand to build healing reduction, grievous
Yeah,
wounds.
we have it on the Varus a little bit, but it's
Um,
not going to be it's not
on
going to be
the
enough.
Yeah, you have a little bit on the volley of arrows built into that Varus kit, but I think X, it'll be very important on the brand with the ultimate to be able to spread it around in these team fights to prevent that Seraphine from doing everything that it wants to do, as well as Zehen as well,
Yeah, a lot of healing.
and Silas even. So I think itemization is going to be, the key of this game for the Redhawks,
Yeah.
and I think that really depends on how that is going to influence how this game goes for Miami.
Yeah, they have all the tools they need in draft. I really do hope that he opts for the lethality Varus, like we said, just because I think it makes the game a lot easier to play
Hmm.
in terms of execution.
Especially with
Yeah.
a pokey lane like Lux.
Yeah, I know. It's just be able to dish out some damage in return to some of those annoying Jin poke. So yeah, I think that both teams have the tools they need to be successful. It really is just going to come down to execution. But we say that a lot, and then
We
there's
do say
usually
that a lot.
some kind of X factor. Someone starts to snowball. So we'll see who really can be proactive in this game. Because right now, I mean, I like I hate saying it because something crazy always happens. It seems like that's been the case so far. But yeah, I think that again, a lot of this, I think there's less emphasis on the jungle in this game for me. Both these picks don't really seem like they're too gank centric. The Zaheen, like he can be, but um, I think there's going to be a lot of action mid lane, and maybe some action towards the top lane as well. It looks like we have some early rotation into the jungle to get some vision.
Yes, we are on the Rift for game one between the University at Buffalo Bulls and the Miami
Whoa.
University Redhawks. WGFY getting a deep ward near the Raptors, but Beans already chunked about half and having to chug a potion as well.
Yeah, force use of pot this early in this poke heavy lane, not going to be super great.
Solozak, 5 gold up, game's over.
Yep.
He has the gold lead, the game's over.
Wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. We can go home, but Beans, like all of her HP is gone. What happened? The bounce grenade going to hit there, and that Lux is going to go wide as well. Cosmic Jin, base skin. Solozak going to take a whole chunk of damage. Beans on the retreat, and now we're already seeing Miami bullied off their own wave. Gonna have to take a step back here. Gonna try and catch it without giving any more HP over, and that's not exactly how you want to start off this lane for the Redhawks.
Yeah, 1,000 Paper Stars posturing really aggressively here to begin, getting some nice poke into Solozak and Beans. We did see that. Oh, Beans rooted up, does take some damage from 1,000 Paper Stars. But we did see that WGFY did get a ward onto the blue side Raptors. However, the Bulls did get a ward onto the red side Raptors. Solozak taken low here. Same with Beans, avoiding the Q from that Seraphine. And man, Solozak and Beans force to play a really dicey lane right now.
Yeah, Beans not really being able to trade back a ton of damage, but it just as I say, that lands the root. But now,
Nuko, excuse me, getting the first blood on to Beans. And that was what I was talking about early into the game with the W follow-up by Jin.
Yeah, Jin is able to capitalize, and now another kill mid lane.
Yeah, Elvin Cyber getting another kill for the Bulls onto WGFY.
And it looks like now, on the back of that, they can try to invade, steal this red away. Brand going to be wise, or not wise. Looks like they won't fully commit to that one, but is going to be spotted on that ward. And kind of no bright spots for Miami here on the map in these first 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Already 2 kills down. And that, I mean, we kind of saw what this bot lane can morph into. It just becomes so difficult to play. They're dodging skill shots left and right. And then we didn't really see what happened mid lane, but it looked like it was just a solo kill. A huge chunk. Ego is going to take a lot of damage out of the Gnar. But right now, I mean, Miami losing a ton on the map.
Yeah, I think there might have been some jungle interference too on that play in the mid lane, as we do see Tobacco on the Zehen and X on the Brand. Both have their flashes burnt. So I'm wondering if they got down and dirty in the mid lane when Elvin Cyber picked up a kill. But this is not the start that you want for the Redhawks at the moment.
Yeah, it's weird. Zaheen didn't actually get an assist, so he may have been in the area and used Flash just kind of trying to get on top, and that was enough to kind of secure the kill. But he didn't actually hit the Galio in any capacity.
Yeah, Ego is messing up the tempo of Remy just a little bit, canceling that recall. But we do see WGFY here trying to get a taunt and will get it onto Elvin Cyber. Elvin Cyber does have the passive from Brand. Beans is here to support as well, and they are going to give the kill over to X's Brand. That is a kill for the Redhawks, as we do see Tobacco stuck in the bottom side of that river with Solozak pathing upward. Ego is taking some damage from Remy, but here's Solozak. They want to contest this scuttle just a little bit. Solozak picking it up. No, Tobacco got it for the side of the Bulls. I thought maybe Solozak just got that.
And Solozak going to be starting off here with the Cole, knowing that he might be a little bit more on the back foot in this lane. He's going to try and farm up. And Gnar taking incredibly low, going to trade back with some autos. Egoist getting his energy back. A lot of burst potential with the electrocute, and very close to that level 6 as well. Seems like doing pretty well in this lane into the range matchup. But yeah, right now, Solozak looks like he did opt for the lethal tempo, so not going to be going with that Comet build. A little bit unfortunate in my mind. I think that would have helped a little bit with the trading early game, and it will continue to be a factor as long as they're in this laning phase. And now Beans again rooted up.
Beans getting rooted up by the Deadly Flourish. Does have the flash if needed, but it does seem that she is able to walk out of things in the bot lane. Meanwhile, WGFY and X here against Elvin Cyber and Tobacco. X getting stunned up by Elvin Cyber, and now Egoist is pathing down. WGFY taken down low, has to flash into the bush, but here comes Egoist. Egoist trying to do as much damage as he can, but that is a double kill for Elvin Cyber. Meanwhile, Egoist is by himself now, and it's going to be a third once ahead, pulling him back and picks up the kill. That is 3 more for the Bulls.
Yeah, and that's a lot of early gold going over to this Silas. And in fact, he's not opting for the tanky build. He has that Hextech, I think it's Hextech Alternator, right? Yeah, Hextech Alternator being built. So more of a aggressive damage Silas rather than the tankier build. And the Zaheen also picking up a kill in that scuffle. And that is huge for the tempo. That is going to allow Zaheen to go back, get more camps, a larger advantage onto this brand. And it is pretty much a nightmare. I mean, there's Miami outside of that one play on mid has yet to make any kind of significant movements, and it has really just kind of been on the back foot in a lot of these plays.
Yeah, this is a turbo accelerated Silas that we see right now. 1.3k gold up just 6 minutes in, has the CS advantage, has the lane pressure, has the item advantage, already finishing with those Sork boots. So this Silas is looking to make an impact around the map, as well as there is more fighting in the mid lane. WGFY and X are back again. Elvin Cyber taken down to about health, and that is a shutdown, half health, excuse me, but a shutdown for WGFY's Galio. I maybe would have preferred that on X for Brand to get some more items for damage dealing to maybe shut down Elvin Cyber later, but it's a kill. A kill's a kill.
We won't complain, and like I said, a lot of these plays are going to be happening towards the mid lane. It's kind of a nothing bot lane outside of that first kill. Level 6s are slowly on the way. Maybe they're going to try and go for this dragon here.
Yeah, Tobacco here. It's trying to start up the dragon, but WGFY and X are here. The Redhawks did get the Scuttle Crab, so they will have vision into the center of this river. Silazak and Beans just walking back to lane to push it up a little bit more. But we do see some pings coming out. WGFY still waiting in the area. X taking the blue, and Elvin Cyber rotating over.
And they're going to see if they can just try and use their numbers advantage to take the dragon here, knowing full well Miami is watching them do this. And it's not like Brand can do a whole lot here to contest. There's not a lot of bot lane prio at the moment. Beans taken incredibly low, half health. Egoist as well going to take a trade here towards the top lane. And mid lane, just more scuffling, and the Ocean Drake is going to be going over Egoist, though.
Egoist using the public execution onto Remy. That Narbar is full, and there is the transformation. But WGFY in the picture-in-picture taken real low, having to run behind his turret. Gets out safely, but yeah, the Bulls just had so much. Wait a second, Elvin Cyber looking like he wants more. Is he going to go for it? WGFY stepping up. I don't know if I like this because
he's got his shield.
Elvin Cyber might have the abscond and abduct up right now.
Well, he'd mostly be just taking a Galio ult, but not the end of the day. But yeah, forced to TP back into lane just to be able to survive and catch that wave. And meanwhile, a huge lead in the bot lane, just kind of in isolation.
The Bulls are pinging up to X here in the red buff. X taking real low, but here comes the heroic entrance, trying to get the double stun, does get it. But meanwhile, Tobacco is taking damage from the Brand passive. Elvin Cyber forced to use his own stolen heroic entrance as Tobacco jumps over the wall into the grub pit, but Elvin Cyber is left all alone. Now Tobacco has to survive the grubs as Elvin Cyber is forced to flash over the wall. That is a crucial cooldown for the mid laner for the Bulls wasted. And the Redhawks, great collapse from the team.
Yeah, despite that position, though, they weren't able to pick up either of those kills, and it doesn't look like they're going to try and opt for grubs off the back of that. But it does mean Buffalo's jungler taken incredibly low.
Yeah, 1,000 paper stars is up here as well. So there are 4 members of the Bulls here for the grubs if needed. Beans matching as well. But it does look like the Bulls are going to take down those grubs. So 2 objectives that they have been able to get just from the lane priority they have been able to generate in this game so far.
Yeah, and I mean, Jin doesn't really mind his support roaming. He's just so incredibly ahead. Has Vars just kind of pinned under his tower in the 1v1. And yeah, despite that huge play, Miami not really benefiting from it in any significant capacity. Just going to force the flashes. It's going to be nice for Buffalo not to have those in the coming fights, but getting the grubs regardless, taking the jungler almost to like a couple hundred HP, and yet they don't get to pick up the objective off the back foot.
Ooh, the encore from the Seraphine is going to completely whiff. That is a crucial cooldown
But it
on
was a
that
flash.
Seraphine.
You
Yeah,
see,
a flash with the R kind of kills all of Seraphine's playmaking potential at this stage in the game. However, Beans is still level 5, doesn't have her own ultimate to use to clear waves or to get some damage down. There is the 6, but the Redhawks kind of, in the bot lane at least, kind of playing off the back foot a little bit.
Yeah, no, they've been kind of pressed into their tower for the entirety of this game after that first kill given over at the early levels, and it's just been the Jhin just accumulating a CS lead pretty much in isolation after that point. But hold on, WGFY going to be forced to back off. Jhin making an appearance in the mid lane with the Deadly Flourish. Maybe WGFY wants some more. Not going to find Elvin Cyber on the recall. Just clearing that mid wave, going to try and push it in. It looks like maybe they're looking for some action towards the bot lane. Ping's coming down. We do see Zaheen in the area.
Solozak pushed up really far, forced to use the Ghost. We know that Solozak on the Varus doesn't have a lot of mobility options, but Beans is going to be the target. With the curtain call, they are going to burst Beans down. Now Solozak is left all alone, 3 against 1, but here comes X. Solozak flashes, but there goes the Zaheen ultimate, taking down Solozak, and X is just there to pick up whatever he can. But X just going to walk away from this one.
Yeah, just a little bit of a lack of vision there from Miami being pushed up that far. You are taking a pretty incredible risk, not having any idea of where the jungler plus the bot laners are. So just kind of giving that one over and more trading here.
WGFY and Elvin Cyber going at it once again. It feels like there's non-stop fighting here in the mid lane. Elvin Cyber getting so much damage down onto WGFY. Doesn't have the cooldowns to take him just yet, and WGFY is going to recall and heal back up. And oh no, he's stopping it. He wants more action. Is going to dive in, misses the knockup, does get the taunt off, but Elvin Cyber dropping the ignite, WGFY flashing, and Silas picking up another one.
And a massive greed there. WGFY no mana, so to make that play, knowing that his laner has ignite up, it's just kind of a walk to your death essentially. Kind of sloppy plays from Miami, just trying to find a way back into this game, but in reality, they're just digging themselves into a deeper and deeper hole. And now they can't even get close to a lot of these objectives. Solozak gonna have to dodge the Deadly Flourish, but take what is the mine called? I don't know. he took that to the face though. Egoist now on the back foot. A lot of autos coming down from the Nar. It's enough for a play though.
Remy dealing so much damage. The public execution trying to get Remy into tower range doesn't do it, but X is here as well as Tobacco. X stunning up oh my gosh, the Narin just absolutely obliterates him. Meanwhile, X is left all alone to 1v1 against Tobacco, but Zehen beats a brand every single day. But Elvin Cyber, no vision whatsoever for the Redhawks, is able to pick up a free kill. Beans stunned up, gets chain CC'd by the Encore and the Deadly Flourish. Beans taking so much damage, and there's the 4th shot. Kuso gets another one onto the support of the Redhawks.
Yeah, and it's kind of all rain here from each of the lanes for Miami. Not really any saving grace. Going to find 1 kill towards the top side. And we do see the Grievous Wounds being built, but I think it might just be too little too late. Such a lead accumulated at this stage in the game. Not even 15 minutes into the game. We're only 13 at this point in time, and already a 5.6k gold lead stacking up on the side of Buffalo. So it really is going to be just Miami trying to find creative ways, maybe ambush some picks that they can find, but they really haven't drafted a proper pick comp. It's going to be a little bit difficult, especially once they get out of the laning phase and they have to opt for more team fights. WGFY
getting hit by the Cease and Desist of Elvin Cyber, stolen from the dive earlier onto Egoist. Meanwhile, Kuso finding Beans. Solozak forced to run away, and Beans just getting shot again in the head by that Jhin.
Yeah, Miami's positioning just kind of leaves me a little bit questioned. It just seems like they're walking around with not a lot of care, knowing that Buffalo could be, or without taking into consideration that Buffalo, like this, could be anywhere, that their jungle no longer belongs to them, and it's just so much greed from the side of Miami. They're just going to be giving more and more kills, more and more tempo over to Buffalo, and really gaining nothing in return. They can't. It's so hard for them to play the game, admittedly, but it just looks like they are not respecting Buffalo and the control that they have over this map.
Yeah, this game has been all Bulls here so far, and they've had so much domination when it comes to vision. And I think that's one of, the most important factors of this game, but also something that's really been enabling them to do a lot. The Redhawks haven't been able to establish that vision. They haven't really had that lane prio to do so. And with a Varus and a Lux, they don't really want to step into a jungle in fear of getting bursted down by a Jhin, by a Sylas, by anything like that. So they're forced to play a little bit safe, and they haven't really been able to do so. So Buffalo's just been able to run all over them in their own jungle in this game so far.
Yeah, and I mean, some of the biggest leads that you're seeing here are definitely going to be so hard.
The Encore coming out, finding both Beans and WGFY. Elvin Cyber is here doing so much damage into these two members. Beans already taken down. WGFY about half health, does get rooted up by the Seraphine. We do have 3 more members of the Redhawks coming in. The public execution finding its way onto 1,000 paper stars, but that's not the target that you want. The piercing arrow finding Elvin Cyber on the bottom of your screen there, but Kuso forced to run away. Piercing arrow does find the kill, so that is 3 for the Redhawks.
Yeah, a bit a glimmer of hope there. Going to cut the lead down to 5.9k.
Tobacco waiting in the river does find Egoist. Egoist must have been in a menu or something. A little bit of a delayed reaction there. Egoist trying to deal whatever he can to live in this fight. Solozak dropping the volley of arrows to maybe help a little bit, dropping the Groove Swoon. But Beans is here on the top, but she's taking so much damage from Tobacco. Beans caught out again. Egoist chunked down to about a quarter HP maybe. And Tobacco just picks one on the end of that while Remy takes the top tower.
He's so strong right now. He has 2 fully completed items. It really is going to be so hard once he has that passive stacked up to fully contest him. Not only did he have the revive available, but he just gets so much extra AD. So he's able to just flash on the Lux 0 and 6 now and immediately just one-shot to pick up a kill there at the tail end of that play. So it looked like maybe Miami a foot in the door, a way to get back in the game, but Zaheen just smacks him in the mouth.
Yeah, a level 11 Zaheen against a level 7 Lux. The Zaheen's got that every single day of the week, unfortunately. But we do see 1,000 paper stars establishing a little bit more vision here in Miami's jungle. But there's kind of the poke that we see. Solozek getting a nice little piercing arrow onto 1,000 paper stars as 1,000 paper stars and Kuso are taking this mid lane tier 1. Won't pick it up just yet, but it is all but fallen.
Yeah, it's hard to see how Miami can really make a play, with the exception, like we saw, of like more of an overextension or misplay on the side of the Buffaloes. And now
Beans getting rooted up again, and the Encore comes out as well. Beans able to run away with her life, forced to flash away from Tobacco, showing Solozak picking up a kill onto Kuso as we do see the heroic entrance, but Solozak flashing aggressively forward, picking up another kill onto Kuso. Meanwhile, Elvin Cyber does steal the Chains of Corruption as Tobacco is here. Gets point-blank shot. Solozak does by Elvin Cyber and is taken down as Beans and WGFY and X are the only remaining members here in the mid lane. They are going to stun up Tobacco. Here comes the ultimate stacking from Beans, and are they going to take him down? But the ultimate from Zehen heals him up just a little bit. Brand is able to get the shutdown onto the Zehen. Elvin Cyber on the Brand in reverse, but here comes Egoist. Beans trying to find the root, does get it. Beans picks up the kill. That is not the person you wanted to get the kill on, and Remy's just forced to back on out of things. Kind of a messy fight from both teams, but the Bulls' gold lead is slowly decreasing.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was exact. I mean, I would just literally manifested that. I feel like they totally overextended there on that fight as Miami's tower was in the process of falling. Kind of weren't super in sync with a lot of their engages, and a huge overextension specifically towards their bot lane. Seeing that pick onto Beans and fully sending, and then the Sylas and Zaheen kind of following in after to that bloodbath, and it just allowed Miami to slowly accumulate a numbers advantage and turn the fight. But this Sylas is just so incredibly strong at this point in the game that he was able to find so much on the back end of that play when it should have just been a silly misstep that allowed Miami to have a little bit more opportunity. But he's just able to one-shot people at this point. And now I'm a little concerned. We'll see.
Here comes X, the Narbar running out here. Nope, still about half left. Egoist is here to provide some damage as well, but X taken extremely low. Brand is just not one of those tanky champions. Egoist does pick up the kill on to the Gnar. And now it's just left as a 1v1 between Egoist and Tobacco here in the river. Tobacco getting the speed boost from the Scuttle, but Solozak finding the Chains of Corruption onto Tobacco. He's in the middle of 3 members of the Redhawks and will be taken down by Solozak. That is directly where you want the kill to go.
Yeah, Miami finding a way to stay alive in this game, getting these smart picks on the side of the map, just playing these fights slower until they can have the numbers advantage. Now WGFY going to have to take it back here after taking some pretty significant poke. Another snare going to land there. Bean's going to make sure that they can't capitalize. But meanwhile, Elvin Cyber in the side lane has just been using the Petricite bursts to push and get the inner here, chip down, getting those turret platings. 20 turret platings to the side of Buffalo as opposed to Miami with their 3. Definitely a big discrepancy there, along with the dragon stacking. Haven't seen too much of it this game. I think that we've gotten a little bit caught up in a lot of these team fights.
But the Redhawks, 5-manning this Infernal Drake. They really want this. We do see 3 members of the Bulls here as the Zehen and the Silas are coming from opposite sides. The curtain call is going out. The root is found onto that Gnar. Gnar doesn't have that rage built up yet, but Elvin Cyber on the back of the team. The heroic punch, a heroic entrance, excuse me, used on only 1 member, but the Zonius cancels it all. This is a really messy fight from the side of the Redhawks. Kuso picking up a kill onto Beans, and that is just going to be the Redhawks' annihilations. The Buffaloes with an ace.
Yeah, going to turn their sights onto Baron off the end of that. And Miami really just trying to pick up that Dragon, knowing it might buy them some time in this game to stop the stacking, but it's going to come at the cost of their entire team and probably a lot of their base. I don't think they're definitely not at a point where they can end or anything like that, but it is going to be hugely consequential to give that away, because if you're going to give Soul Point, that's one thing, but giving them a wipe at just basically at Baron spawn is going to be disastrous. And Silas able to pick up that inner as well. More gold to be picked up there, and that is Baron, and that might just be all Buffalo needs to start the roll to end this game.
Yeah, I kind of wish we had a replay of that fight. You saw Egoist go really deep into 4 members of the Buffalo team. Meanwhile, Elvin Cyber was on the bottom side of that Dragon Pit, wrapping around. And as Elvin Cyber engaged onto Solo Zach and Beans on that back side, WGFY was forced to use that heroic entrance. But Silas has the Seeker's arm guard and was able to just go into a stasis, completely negating that. Maybe if WGFY use that heroic entrance to where Egoist was, I don't know. It was just a great wraparound from Elvin Cyber, but not the best use of that heroic entrance.
Yeah, definitely not ideal. And like I said, so is that going to be hurt a little bit by the fact that he has to play up close and get into auto range in a lot of these team fights. The Silas is going to feast on that type of play style, and we saw him play so well in tandem with the Seraphine, getting plays off the back of the charm.
4 members of the Bulls here trying to collapse onto X and WGFY, but they are going to be able to walk out in time as Egoist is matching Remy up in the top lane. And Solozak and Beans just trying to clear this mid wave that the Bulls pushed so far up.
Yeah, and they're just going to try and get more and more value out of this Baron. They're struggling, though, to get close to these towers. Really going to want to pick up at least an inhib with this Baron. But Miami doing a good job of pushing them away. See what they can do mid lane here. They're going to pick up more towers. The Abduct going to use on the Chains of Corruption. Has that in case the team fight does end up breaking out. The Varus is pretty good at taking out some of the Baron-empowered Canyon minions. Doesn't have the lethality, but still can do a lot with the Piercing Arrow.
Yeah, Chains of Corruption going to be the ultimate stolen for Elvin Cyber. Like you were mentioning, if a fight breaks out, that can lock down 1 member of the Redhawks. We do see Remy taking that tier 2 tower up in the top lane, but look at this gold difference just on Elvin Cyber alone. The Bulls have a 10k gold lead right now, and 4 of that, 4.5 is just on their mid laner. They have been so good at accelerating this Silas. Now has the full Zhonya's build, is almost full build, and at 23 minutes of this game, this Silas can just delete any member of the Redhawks.
Yeah, and has that Dark Seal as well. Didn't actually opt to upgrade it yet, but just has it. I mean, at this point in the game, he is just going to be stacking kills, and that is just a no-brainer buy. So definitely more of a raid boss at this point. So keeping an eye on him is going to be imperative in a lot of these team fights, because he can just basically, like you said, blow you up. And Egoist now kind of getting bullied, just trying to stop some of the push from this Gnar, but it's going to be so difficult. Looks like they are cutting through these minions pretty effectively, trying to make it difficult for Buffalo to actually push the wave. Egoist now
Egoist getting knocked into the wall by Remy's Gnar as Kuso and Tobacco are here to back up. Egoist does go down, but we do see the Baron buff has run out, so their sieging power has vastly decreased, but it is a 4v5 here for the Redhawks, down 1 member. X defending this bottom lane turn, but here comes the Encore, getting 3 members of the Redhawks, and they're just going to stack all of their abilities. The heroic entrance doesn't find anybody as the Elven Cyber is trying to dive in, does get the Ignite onto Solozak, so Solozak will go down. WGFY body blocking for Beans, but Beans chunked to about half. They just have free range to take down this tower if they want, but WGFY is going to salvage this as much as he can. The Deadly Flourish will find WGFY, but Beans with the great ultimate finds Jin on the back end of things. Remy now jumping in, but Tabaco's just going crazy. A double kill for this Sehen, and that might be the game.
That might be all they need. That huge Seraphine ultimate going to be locking down 3 members, and that was the CC that was necessary.
Egos using the public execution to maybe find a kill, but doesn't get one. X, now the lone defender of this Nexus, is joined by Solozak, but the health bars for the Bulls are just so healthy. I don't know if there's anything that the Redhawks can do, but it looks like the Bulls might just walk out of this one in fear of the respawn timers.
Yeah, they're not in a super healthy spot to end. They got really close off the back of that play, but a lot of the respawns coming through. Egoist's going to fall, trying to save the game, but they are just going to use this opportunity to get on soul point. So crucially, Miami, even though they gave that ace over to stop the drag staking, they're just going to be able to grab this one here. No soul, though. So it's not like the same boon that would basically make it lights out. I mean, it is basically lights out at this point. I'm not going to lie to you folks, but definitely a little bit better. I mean, look on the bright side, there is no soul. You gotta be a glass half full type of guy in these scenarios. There really isn't a lot to look at in terms of Miami. I think they were able to capitalize on some of the overextensions throughout this game, but it just hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, it's 30-13 in terms of kills. 26 minutes into this game, the Silas is full build.
He has the Magi's now.
He was full build just a second ago, but does have the Magi's now.
It got like glitched or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his boots. Or I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is, but I thought he was full build. I looked just a second ago, but does upgrade the Magi's. So like we mentioned, this Silas at 11-4 with 5.3k gold up is going to be doing so much damage. If there's an abscond and abduct onto Solozak or to Beans, I fear that they will just be deleted from this game. But the gold leads for all lanes for the Bulls are just so strong. 3.4, 3.5, 5.3, and 1.3k for the support.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bulls are rich, man.
It is kind of rare that you see like a 15k gold lead without I mean, first of all, it's not even 30 minutes yet, and they've been able to accumulate so much. But hold on, there looks like they're just going to grab the Baron as well, going to try and facilitate the end to this game.
Yeah, Remy doing a great job of distracting the members of the Redhawks, specifically WGFY and Beans. Beans trying to steal the Baron away, but that is going to be a free Baron for the side of the Bulls. Elven Cyber proto-belting forward aggressively, trying to leap into there with the abscond and abduct. Beans pathing might be cut out here. Does opt to go through the gates. Oh, but there's the flash from Elven Cyber. Does find the... Oh my gosh, Beans just got obliterated. Did you see that?
I didn't. I blinked and she died.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was, that's the Silas with, that was like 9 Magi stacks. He's 12-4 at this point, and there's not much they can do wrong.
Yeah, there goes the Encore, finding 3 members of the Redhawks, and that is going to be it. The Bulls are just so rich. They are crushing the Redhawks with their coins, and there is nothing that they can do. That is going to be the first game going to the Bulls, moving up 1-0 in this series.
You know, Isaac, Rhythm, Arredondo, I would love to sit here and tell you that give you a motivational speech after that and say, you know what, there's places we can look. We saw, but it just kind of reminded me of last week, man. Like, that was a rough watch. There was avenues for Miami. I think that there was some overextensions, but by the time that they were in position to punish on a lot of those things, there was already like a 5k gold lead. Like, it didn't feel like a single lane really had position to succeed. Like, it just felt like from the get-go they were kind of pushed back in all facets of the game, objectives, team fighting, and I think that it's going to be a one you kind of want to look back and see, was it the draft, was it, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think that the lethality virus probably would have been a little bit easier to play, but we did see some of the value from the on hit when he was allowed to play, but it just felt like a hand stiff.
Yeah, I think the early stages of the game with the Seraphine and the Jhin being able to have so much agency in that bot lane. I mean, Bean's level 1 got chunked to about half health.
Immediately. That was
Yeah,
level 1.
and
That was, like,
before
before minions.
minions,
Yep.
just wasn't able to play the lane the way that, Lux and Varus wanted to play the lane. And I do agree with you. I do think the lethality Varus would have helped during the laning phase. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what the advantage would be outside of that, but I mean,
Well, I mean, the
the Bulls just
advantage
go so far ahead that
yeah.
it didn't even
It
matter in
didn't
the
matter.
end.
Like, that's inconsequential just because even if that's just from an even game state,
Yeah.
it would be advantageous. But they weren't. That was never even in the conversation.
Hmm.
Like, they weren't at a point where they weren't down at least. It felt like 5K gold pretty much the entire time. Even when they got the huge shutdowns in the mid lane, that put the gold lead down to like 4.5K.
Yeah.
Like, it never felt like there was a swing back towards the other side, towards the Redhawks, to be able to get back in the video game. So definitely want to take a closer look at that one, maybe reevaluate some of your strategies. But that is, also, I think something to point out is that League is very much like, especially when played competitively, it's a team game. There's a mental aspect to it.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
starting
Absolutely.
off with a game like that is going to be a little bit difficult, just because it's a mindset. And that is definitely, it was a stomp for sure, but it definitely felt like that there was, it was a little back and forth at some
Hmm.
point. So it just kind of felt like a war of attrition towards the end, and Miami just kind of getting caught over and over in different areas. So yeah, definitely kind of centering yourself, finding ways to be optimistic and ways to approach the next game with excitement, I guess, or maybe that's the wrong word to use. But anyway, I'm still hopeful for Miami in this series. I think that definitely was Buffalo flexing their new roster, their
Absolutely.
muscles. So yeah, pretty impressive with the game that they put together.
Yeah, like you mentioned, this game is very heavily relied on the mentality, and if you let those kinds of losses get to you and affect you, then the future games that you play, it's not going to go any better.
Yeah.
And the Redhawks are kind of in this tough stretch of the schedule. I mean, they just played Ball State in their last match on Wednesday, are now having to face Buffalo here. I don't think they play Kent State until next week,
Mm.
but still, I mean, these are two really great teams back to back. You have the threat of a third coming to you later. And so it's just important that after these kinds of losses, the team takes a moment, collects themselves, looks over the game, maybe point out some mistakes, and just completely reset for this next game.
Yeah. Take a deep breath. Don't
Yeah,
don't internalize that loss.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's important that the team doesn't blame anybody, because once you start playing the blame game,
Yeah,
things start getting out of hand.
and just from an objective perspective, it didn't feel like there was one.
No,
Yeah, like,
no,
listen,
not at all.
I try to be as honest as I can with you folks. There really wasn't a huge sore thumb there. Like there, it just felt like collectively
Hmm.
just was a little bit of a letdown. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So while the players take a break before this game 2, so will we.
Yes.
But game 2 between the Bulls and the Redhawks will be here before you know it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. for game 2. Here we are in draft. Just had to hit the faker face real quick because, both of us do have the same skills as that 30-year-old man that is still kicking. That guy's still the top of the league somehow. Top of the
He
world,
just
even.
lost.
Oh, I did see that they were just knocked out of contention for
Yeah.
first stand. They're going to win Worlds anyway. Miami is on blue side for this game, too, and we do see that Urgot is their first ban targeting towards Remy. Do not let that guy have Urgot. I saw him double kill 2 people while he was on like a 3rd HP last week playing against Kent State. Disgusting Urgot over there. Don't want to see it.
You get the Fear Beyond Death, and you
Yeah,
land
it
it,
was
and you get the CC.
gross, man.
I mean, being ahead on Urgot is just such a fun experience because like
absolutely.
when I did play ranked top, I would play a lot of Urgot just because like you can dominate in lane and then just split push the whole time. It's great.
If I was good at the game, I'd play Urgot. No, they banned Aphelios. I told the team earlier to let Aphelios go through because I'm an Aphelios enjoyer, and I wanted to talk about some Aphelios tech. But Aphelios, Xin Zhao, and Urgot are going to be the bans from the Redhawks, as Leona, Talia, and Gwen as the options from the Bulls.
And the balls gonna be locked in right now.
The Oriana ball.
The Oriana ball. But yes, and then the R8 drafted in response. I actually don't know if this is in order.
I was going to say the Wukong. I was going to say, give me the Wukong.
We do have confirmation that this is the order of the picks. And the Wukong going to be the ball delivery system along with the Kaisa to follow up on some of that CC. The Nami locked in, so we have a pretty standard top bot lane with the Nami Corki. Corki, a bit of a safe play, like a safe pick, just going to be able to poke with some of those rockets. Going to be able to Valkyrie away from a lot of that dangerous stuff that Miami has to offer.
Could Valkyrie away from the ball delivery.
Yeah, if he's quick with his reaction speed, that is definitely an option. We're going to see Rumble banned as well, along with the Cassante. I can say Egoist Cassante, pretty nasty, good respect banned there from Buffalo, having the due diligence to know to get rid of some of the weaker side top laners, knowing that it gives this draft some more backbone, some more stability. So not letting Egoist pilot that one.
Vi being the last ban from the side of the Redhawks, as Graves, the insta-lock from the Bulls, as Sejuani is picked up probably for Egos. We've seen the same core of the Oriana, Sejuani, and Wukong before. Rakan, I think this is Bean's first Rakan, as Ornn is going to be the last pick for the Bulls. I'm glad that I don't have to see Cassante in this game. But I am kind of upset that I do have to watch an Ornn.
You know what? I woke up this morning. The first thing I thought, I really want to see Ornn Sejuani today.
Said no one ever.
That is really.
Said no one ever.
I have literal chills right now.
Oh,
like
my
this,
gosh.
this is electric. This is exactly why I came here at 9:18 p.m. to watch this weak side matchup here. But man, outside of that, though, I am very excited to see a Graves. I love that champion. I think it doesn't get as much representation.
We don't see it a lot these days. No,
I think like it peaked in Worlds 2022. That was like when we saw a lot of at that period in time. The Graves was definitely, you saw top lane. It's really popular into like champions like Aatrox, kind of as a stabilizer in the top lane. But yeah, I'm glad to see it now making an appearance towards the Wukong. I feel like Graves and Wukong are similar champs. I know that sounds weird, but their passives feel
I can kind of see it.
Like he's stacking the armor with the dashes. He's stacking the armor with the autos.
I'm calling it right now. We're going to go to game 3. We do see the Sejuani. We know that Egos loves the Sejuani. Going to go for that Rylai's rush. Going to be more supportive to allow Solozak and WGFY and X on the Wukong to do whatever they would like. We have seen this core of the ball delivery unit from the Sejuani and the Wukong. But Beans on the Rakan, this is not something that we usually should see Beans play. Usually we see the Leona, the Lulu, the Nami even.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of interested to see. I think this might actually be the first Rakan that I've casted for Beans.
Yeah, I feel like I've never seen Beans play that champion. That is a very valid point, and that is something to note because Rakan is not too difficult, but I think there is a lot of skill expression in his ultimate. But we've seen Beans pull out these crazy pocket picks before with the Janna, and that's more like that's a different play style.
Yeah, the Janna.
But like that blew us away. So I'm not gonna write her off by any means, and I think Rakan is definitely a pick that you definitely want in your arsenal as a high elo support player. I just think it is too versatile, too good to pass up. So I imagine that Beans definitely has some experience piloting that one. As far as like how this game is going to play out, I think the team fights, and this may be controversial to say, like as much as I think Miami has a lot to work with in the team fights, I think that there's so much disengage in like be able. Like, Buffalo has a lot to play with as well in these fights, like
Mm-hmm.
the Orin Horn, the charm, the Ari going to be moving every which way. Yeah,
Call of the Forge God plus the Nami tidal wave. That is two, almost lane wide knockup abilities. So those will be important ultimates to watch. But I'm kind of looking at this Buffalo team, and they're pretty squishy in all honesty.
yeah, they're
Corki, Nami, Ari, Graves a little bit on the bruisery side, especially when he has his armor stacks built
Mhm.
up. But if not, I mean, this Wukong and the Orion and the Kaisa might be able to do some bursty damage onto these
It's
guys.
really going to depend. If they have the gold, they have the angles. I think Miami wasn't struggling in terms of like picking good fights towards. Oh well, no, that they totally were. But I think in terms of like just being able to like even matchup wise, I think Miami definitely has avenues here, especially with the amount of utility that they have, with more of the the lockdown they have. I think the Sejuani too is such an X factor because even if one of the members, like let's say the Corky gets fed, the R gets fed, I
Mm-hmm.
think that Egoist has been shown to be so proficient at locking down at least one of the high profile members of whoever they're against. We saw this a lot against Ali Plane, who is that guy's a monster.
That guy's
And if he's able
gross.
to get on top of Ali Plane, there's I have every assurance, like my entire he has my entire faith that he is able to do that against anyone on this
Yeah.
North American server. So yeah, I mean, definitely gonna have to keep an eye on that because I think this guy is so good at this champ.
We've also seen, yeah, like you mentioned, he's so good. We've seen Egoist get behind before, but even if he's like 3K gold down, which we've seen before on the Sejuani, he still is an important member of this game. Sejuani just provides so much utility for these other members, but there is one thing I'm a little worried about, and that is the Glacial Prison, especially with Ari being able to dash out of there, with Corky being able to dash out of there, with Graves being able to dash out of there. The three members that you want to hit with the Glacial Prison all have this way of evading it.
We're
So
having frozen fish tonight.
yes,
I
we
mean, that's
are. We are.
our only course of action here. It seems that's a very valid point. And then speaking of that, that also kind of pertains to the ball delivery system too, just because you have to
Yeah.
be pretty pixel perfect in terms of landing that. Hope that you can bank on their reaction time. Maybe kind of utilizing more of the flash or the invisible. What you get with the Wukong clone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it is going to be a little bit dicey with the amount of mobility on the side of Buffalo, but we'll see if Miami can overcome that as well. But like we said, this egoist guy, he's a bit of a problem. He's a bit of a problem on the Rift. So get excited to see what he can do. We're gonna go to a quick break. The game should be coming very, very soon. So stick around, grab a snack. We'll
Don't
be
go
back.
anywhere. And we are back on the Rift for Game 2 between the University at Buffalo Bulls and the Miami University Redhawks. We do, sorry for the little bit of the tech
We're
pause.
on the team.
Oh my gosh, we are on the team now.
I'm Buffalo. I'm winning.
But Solozak and Kuso already trading here a little bit. Solozak taking the worst half of that trade here. We do only have one spec in the game right now, so a little bit of some tech issues going on. But we'll make do with what we have. Everyone's taking actually a little bit of damage here at the start of the game. We do see that the Bulls did get a ward down onto the blue side, the blue buff of X, and 1,000 paper stars positioned aggressively already. Beans missing the knockup, but 1,000 paper stars caught out in the bush. Solozak chunked to about half, and that's kind of what we saw at the beginning of last game as well. And paper stars already clearing out that ward.
Yeah, establishing early control during this laning phase, and that is not what you want to see. You don't want to. Rakan basically is not a champion level 1. He's similar to like champion like Braum. He just doesn't have as much in the tank, so it's really not super amazing. On Solozak again being taken incredibly low.
Yes, Solozak taking a lot of damage from that P shooter of Kuso, but I do have to disagree with you about Braum there. I think Braum's a champion level 1.
Yeah, Braum has his passive.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have much else.
Rakan, on the other hand?
Yeah.
Kind of useless.
I mean, Braum is really carried by his passive. So if you're not in range to actually do much with your passive, Braum isn't a whole lot. But in that case, Rakan, really just has to play for a level 2. And Paper Star's actually taken incredibly low. Beans maybe going to try and look for an angle. I think, is that the Void? What is it called?
The Acathian Rain is the Q.
Okay, the Acathian Rain going to land on 1,000.
What Kaisa skin is that? I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
It's Uzi. It's the Hall of Legends, so it's like the faker.
It's kind of hard to see the Acathian Rain on that skin.
Oh yeah, it's super unclear. A lot of the abilities are not super. They're like, they did too much.
Oh, Elvin Cyber taken down real low here, living on a 50, 60 HP maybe, but WGFY establishing early dominance here in the mid lane. WGFY on this Orianna
back though
has really made use of this pick before in the games. We do see X on the Krugs right now, providing some reinforcements for Solozak and Beans, but WGFY finding a nice command dissonance to pick up first blood for the Redhawks.
I spoke too soon. I thought Graves was going to try and rotate, try and catch that Orianna going for that kill under the tower, but it was so quick that he didn't even have time to rotate over. And now
Tobacco instead just grabbing the, not the Krug, the Scuttle in that river. But yeah, Beans and Solozak still pretty healthy here. No potions on the side for either of them, but Kuso building up a nice gold lead here. Already has about 12 CS up on Solozak's Kaisa.
Yeah, and after the back of that play, WGFY also going to have a CS lead of his own.
Beans hitting the knockup onto 1,000 paper stars. We do see the Void Seeker. That W from Kaisa does so much damage at these early levels and even later in the game once she starts building AP items. But 1,000 paper stars here playing with fate. However, Nami does have a nice healing ability that she'll keep her strong for a little bit. 1,000 paper stars forced to flash out of tower range as Beans knocks them up. Solozak taking Kuso down very low with assist of the tower. Could find a cheeky maybe Void Seeker here. Doesn't
he
choose
just used
to use it. Yeah,
he used it on. Unfortunately, he had a minion. He was gonna if he maybe landed it there, he could have had more of a threat. Egoist hanging out in a push.
No junglers there. It is just 80 carry and support versus 80 carry and support for the time being.
Void Seeker?
Void Seeker just barely missing the back for Kuso. So both Buffalo bot laners able to get out of that one A-okay.
Yeah, unfortunate there. It's always fun to kind of disrupt the tempo with the Void Seeker or something like we saw last game with the Jin Flourish. Those champions always, so it's a nice way to get in your laner's head.
X going to be spotted out here on the Raptors, excuse me. Buffalo did have a deep ward there right above the red buff. Beans not crossing over it just yet. Beans will be spotted out as well. That is crucial information for the Bulls at this stage in the game.
Yeah, Beans not going to opt to pursue that any further, knowing the Ahri is kind of hunkered down near her tower. Graves here to mirror, though, towards the bot side, is going to be taking his Gromp.
Egos charging in on to Remy, does get all 4 stacks, popped up but misses the Glacial Prison. A great flash from Remy, avoids the ultimate from the Sejuani. Solozak here just farming up as Buffalo turns their sights onto perhaps the Dragon, maybe?
Yeah, gonna try and take this, knowing.
Oh, they're collapsing onto WGFY. It looks like 3 members. We have Elvin, Cyber, Tobacco, and 1,000 Paper Stars onto WGFY. Tries to flash out of that, but doesn't get out. Elvin Cyber picks up the kill.
I don't know about the flash there. A little bit too late in terms of the timing there. I was already taken incredibly low and already had that ultimate pop. Easy to follow. But, you know, in these moments where the pressure is building, it sometimes mistakes like that do happen. But that is going to be the Dragon taking over to Buffalo. Happy about having that one early on. I do want to point out that
Eagles did opt to take Teleport and Exhaust in this match.
And Comet. I guess it's not as
yeah, Comet's not
like
as
normal.
crazy.
Yeah.
But the Exhaust going to be able to be used onto Graves and Corky later into this game, just to provide some more agency for the side of the Red Hawks, but won't have a flash. However, it does have the Q as a kind of pseudo flash. It is a dash after all. But good, in my opinion, summoner takes from Egoist up in the top lane.
I think he took Exhaust last time, if I remember correctly, on when we played against Ball State, because I remember seeing it on top of the Kaisa.
More trading in the bot lane. Solozak was hit by a bubble by 1,000 Paper Stars, but Bean is just autoing Kuso to death. Does drop the Ignite, but the Void Seeker misses. Kuso forced to flash the knockup from Beans. Beans taken really low, but another bubble hits onto Solozak. Solozak caught in these bushes. 1,000 Paper Stars still just walking up. Solozak does have the Q, takes down Paper Stars pretty low, but it is low health bars for everybody here in the bot lane. Kuso the healthiest at half, but Paper Stars is going to be able to heal themselves up just a little bit, and they feel the threat of Kuso's Corky right now.
Yeah, Bean still has a lot of mana, so they could try and go for something cheeky, maybe a Void Seeker to stop these backs again. We'll see if Solozak opts to do that. It's not going to. And now X retreating back into his own jungle. Yeah, that kill and that flash going to be expended mid lane, I imagine could be consequential.
Yeah, I think on that play that we just saw X walk out of, I think he was able to steal away Tobacco's red buff. So one of those vital camps taken away from that Graves, and X still has the timer on his own, so we'll probably path down to that as he clears, after he clears his top
Orianna
side.
get a second kill? Am I crazy?
When did Orianna get a second
Why
kill?
does Orianna have 2 kills?
Well, that's a 2-kill Orianna that we have in the mid lane. WGFY putting in work on this pick, as he does usually. Elvin Cyber, I think it was onto Elvin Cyber maybe earlier, but
yeah,
I don't remember seeing that pop up.
Yeah, that's strange. Well, I mean, we'll take it. He's up in CS as well, but that is going to be, it's kind of a trade here. It seems like the bot lane's been suffering a little bit, CS department.
Grubs are the objective, the name of the game, as we do see WGFY here, and they just pop Tobacco. Elvin Cyber does get exhausted, by Egoist, and they're going to chase them down. The Red Hawks will. Remy able to hop out of there, but Elvin Cyber taken to about half. Beans misses the charm and the knockup, but 1,000 Paper Stars is here, does get the bubble onto WGFY, but X is just taking these grubs in the meantime.
Elvin Cyber just kind of dancing on Beans there. Beans trying everything that she could to get on top. Not going to expend the flash. Pretty beautiful onto the Rakan to prevent that, I believe it's Battle Dance from the Rakan landing. So no value out of that one. Unfortunately, the chase not really going to end up anywhere. But Miami, huge play, bursting that Graves down. I mean, that was so quick, the combo, landing all 3 of the ultimates in tandem, and now he's going for an aggressive play towards the jungle.
Yeah, Tobacco angry about that last play, trying to seek his revenge onto WGFY, but WGFY, I mean, that command dissonance just does so much damage to the Graves with no armor stack on it.
Yeah,
does have the Ludens completed as well.
Yeah, first item already going to be completed for this Ahri, so sitting pretty here towards the mid lane comparatively towards compared to where they were last game. I always want to say, I see that as Rosemary for some reason.
It does, from where we are sitting, it does look like Rosemary, but it is Remy.
I would really like that name.
Remy with 2 E's, 2 M's, 2 Y's.
Ball State, I'm going to make you a pitch. Okay? You change his top laner's name, and I'll do absolutely nothing, but I'll admire it.
This is Buffalo.
Oh, Buffalo. Well, you know what? If I'm comparing you to Ball State, that means I think you're goated. So
we know that Ball State is goated.
Yeah, we have admittedly we saw what they were capable of.
I mean, even last year in the ESC, undefeated champions of the league. Beans getting the Battle Dance knock up onto 1,000 Paper Stars. It is supportal combat, but they will just walk away from each other.
Is Battle Dance the W?
Battle Dance is the E, and
God.
the Quickness is the ultimate.
The Quickness, that's what it is.
Quickness.
Yeah, Quickness. I should know that. I play a lot of Recon, actually. It's a little embarrassing. Yeah, when you start to play support, you don't really think about the game that much. You just kind of
That is so true. Yeah. Egoist finding Tobacco here in the top lane as Call of the Forge God comes out. The Glacial Prison will go on to Remy, but Tobacco flashes forward, trying to find something onto Egoist. Does get the ultimate kill in return, but X is here. Can he pull off this 1v2? We do see WGFY coming up as well.
Now it looks like Graves might be the target.
X using the Cyclones onto the Grave with the Shockwave as well. There's the R2 from the Cyclone. And X, with WGFY's help, picks up a kill onto Tobacco.
Yeah, striking back. And now Solozak going to be 1v2. Doesn't look like he is going to care that much. It will be a couple of plates given over, but it's not the end of the world. Nami not exactly the biggest dive threat. And the TP for WGFY to get back in position. Second Drake going to be up, though. That is something that Miami's going to want to eye.
That was Egoist's teleport into the mid lane as WGFY was holding steady in the top lane.
His Ghost. I'm so... Well, again, like I said...
It's a late night here in Oxford.
It's been a late night, and it's snowy. I think it's the weather. The weather has something to do with this. And I think it also has something to blame with our... Lottle performance.
Now we're just making up excuses.
No, that definitely, I think, the atmosphere, the curvature of the Earth and the rotation.
Oh, we all know it's flat. Let's be honest. Here we go. We do see two teams posturing themselves for this Drake. Disclaimer, I do not think the Earth is flat. Just putting it out there.
We have to say that.
Legally. But legally, yes. Yeah. My lawyers advised me
Pepsi?
To do this. But it looks like the Redhawks are just going to back out and cede the Drake to the Bulls as WGFY. Those dissonances are doing so much damage at this stage of the game.
Yeah, and despite the lead that he's accumulated individually, it still is a 1.8k gold lead for Buffalo, just in terms of the teams. I'm curious to see where a lot of that is coming from. I'd imagine it's a lot to be on the Graves. He has accumulated a nearly a 20 CS lead in terms of just the pure play here. Egoist as well, going to be trading back and forth this Orin. Like I said, little chills, but we do see a solo kill from the mid lane.
WGFY is him. This Orianna is becoming one of his pocket picks really quickly, just kind of stunting on Elvin Cyber here in the mid lane in this game.
Yeah, totally a reversal in terms of momentum from what we saw last time.
And it was our Faker faces. We gave WGFY the power of Faker in this game.
Yeah, this dude just is winning on the Orianna. Looks like Faker, prime Faker, on that pick, getting out with just a Ghost, if anyone remembers that. I'm an Unk. But anyway, again, really encouraged to see that. And now, definitely with an accelerated Orianna, the what is that item called again? The Ludens? No, the Rod.
Oh, on the Ari?
Yes.
Oh, Shadow.
No, the Rod. It's just a Rod. What is it called again?
Oh, the needlessly large rod on the Orianna. Yes, yeah.
Having a needlessly large rod.
Beans double knockup with the Battle Dance. Uses the quickness to charge two. Solozak is here in support, trying to do as much damage as you can, but a tidal wave from Nami dissuades the attack as Tobacco is here as well. It was a great engage, or at least it looked like one from the Redhawks, but they end up taking off the worst part of the trade, and I think the Bulls might be able to pick up this tower in return.
Yeah, Nami's kind of broken.
And what happened there?
Yeah, Nami just healed the Corki his entire HP bar, and he really didn't need to do much. Yeah, and the disengage provided by the Nami ultimate really just kind of left that play dead. But it probably was for the best, because if they went any further, the Graves would have just lane ganked them.
WGFY doing half of Kuso's HP bar. Oh, look at that. Valkyrie just didn't get it over the wall. With one dissonance. But man, those Nami heals are big, but WGFY feeling really strong in this game right now.
Yeah, definitely going to need to take the reins a little bit for his team. Really the only one to have accumulated any kind of significant lead. But it's hard for him to be everywhere. He can't necessarily make it all happen, and if he goes down in a fight, it can be really hard to play out. This Orin going to continue giving value for the side of Buffalo, just going to be getting to a point where once he hits level 13, he's going to upgrade his own item, and then he will continue as he levels up to upgrade his team's items. And each of those upgrades is worth around 1,000 gold in terms of pure stats.
Yeah, a couple of items coming in from all players on the Rift. Really, Kaisa completing that Kraken Slayer. Kuso getting that Essence Reaver built first. Sometimes we see a Trinity Force onto Corki, but it looks like Essence Reaver will be the play here as we see Imperial Mandate on Paper Star is going to make Kuso deal that much more damage, and Zeke's Convergence onto Beans.
Yep, I do like the Essence Reaver. It was Corki's kind of go-to before it got changed in terms of how it interacted with. Was it removed? I can't even remember what happened. I think they changed something.
I think it was the sheen. They took the sheen away.
Yeah,
I think it's back now.
It is back because that's why Corki can build. He's one of the best sheen. I mean, his whole passive is based around sheens essentially. So yeah, definitely encouraged to see that make its return. I love that item. I love building it on Lucian.
Me too.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But now, again, we see the Rift Herald going to be taken down for Buffalo, going to allow them to get another turret somewhere else on the map, one would hope.
Yeah, the pace of play in this game is completely different than the one that we saw previously. I mean, it was just kill after kill after kill, fight after fight after fight for the Bulls, but things seem to be going the way of the Redhawks so far. Call of the Forge God used again. Ego is just caught out. Tobacco is here, but I think that is going to be a solo kill for Remy.
Yeah, that was the Assassin Ornn El Clasico that we love to see. This guy has so much damage without just sneak up on you, and he hits a beautiful full combo with the Call of the Forge God, the Bell's Breath, and the knock-up, and that's pretty much pixel perfect timing on Ornn. Can't get much better than that. Beans lurking in the bush, WGFY in the area as well. Maybe going to try. We don't have Drake timers, so we can't exactly see. It will be back soon, though. I can guess. Paper Star is gonna find the Wukong in that bush. Rift Herald going to be summoned towards the mid lane, and they are looking to take that tower down. TP going to be invested.
The Drake is spawning, as we do see at the bottom of the screen, but that Rift Herald is going to be able to take the mid tower, but it is all 5 men from each team here in this Dragon Pit. Elvin Cyber, I don't think, is spotted out here in the bottom, but the Tidal Wave is only going to find WGFY, but there goes X in the middle of everybody with the Cyclone, with the Glacial Prison on top of it. Egos is going to pop 1,000 Paper Stars as they set their sights on it to Tobacco. Elvin Cyber, meanwhile, is trying to take down WGFY, but Egos picks up the kill onto Tobacco. That is the jungler for the Bulls out of there. Meanwhile, Egos dives in onto Kuso, and Remy does get popped. In return, Solazak's not in the position that he wants to do. BN pops the barrier, lives a little bit, but Elvin Cyber is there to pick up the kill in return. Beans and X caught out. It is 2 left from each team. Remy and Elvin Cyber for the Bulls, and WGFY and Beans for the Buffaloes, but a great flash of the Call of the Forge God will find the kill onto WGFY. Beans is the sole remaining member of the Redhawks and will go down. It is 5 for 3 for the Bulls.
Remy, or Rosemary, as I like to call him, played that fight about as well as you can possibly on an Ornn. Kind of baited Miami into a false sense of security. Noticed their overstay, kind of chasing the Braves to the ends of the earth under their mid lane tower, and knew that he kind of had the angle to look for more. Playing so beautifully around the Ahri, providing space, and Solozak was just in such a poor position there. In the melee range with this Ornn, and just a great Call of the Forge God, knowing that he has the damage, and he's just so incredibly strong at this point in the game. Has the first upgraded item, and it was just so good. I mean, it's hard because Ornn is just like, you think about it, it's not necessarily a flashy character, at least in the laning phase, but there's so much skill expression on this champion.
Yeah, Remy is just so tanky on this Ornn right now. 158 CS, has a 450 bounty on his head. But also, Elvin Cyber had just a great wraparound in that fight. The Redhawks didn't know where Cyber was going into that fight. They didn't have sight of the Ahri. And Ahri was just able to dance around, get onto WGFY, and make him a non-factor on this Orianna. I mean, he got the shockwave off, but then after that, he just had to run away from Ahri. But X is going to be caught out here by Tobacco, is able just to run away, and will be... Oh no, Tobacco steals his blue buff away.
Yep, kind of unfortunate there, knowing Buffalo now playing with some confidence after that team fight. 3 Drakes. Ooh, shockwave.
Corki forced to flash the shockwave, but takes a dissonance in return. We do see that Remy is on the bot side of the map, taking down that tower.
Someone's got to match him. Ego is going to be forced to back to try and prevent more of a push. But this Ornn is just going to be so annoying. He's just constantly a factor on the side lane, able to build up more items for himself, not really going to be needing to take a base anytime soon, but he is actually going to do so now.
Ooh, Cyber finding the charm onto WGFY, taking WGFY down to a quarter. Tobacco is here as well, but X finds the Cyclone onto it, but there are 3 more members of the Bulls, to support. So that is going to be 2 kills going over for the Bulls, and Baron is up.
Yeah, right on. Baron timer is really an opportune time to get caught. X trying to stop the dive on top of WGFY, but it is going to mean that he gives his life as well. Beautiful bubble, Aqua Prison going to be landed on him while he was in the Cyclone, going to stop any kind of chance at a counterpunch, and that is, like you said, the Baron going over, and that is a huge injection of gold and more tempo on the map for this Ornn. Is going to choose to stay now.
Ooh, this split pushing Ornn really putting in the work, but now Egos is just forced to hang down in here. Elven Cyber now here to back up. They're just going to try to use these Baron minions to try to take the tower down a little bit lower. At least we'll pick up this turret plate. But yeah, this Baron is going to be a great buff for the Bulls. We'll see what they do with it here.
Yeah, and ever since that drag fight exploded for Buffalo, they've been able to find more and more off the back of that. And now they're going to take the back, but one can only imagine that they're going to return with some ferocity.
Ooh, 1,000 paper stars caught out. And the fish will go down to the dissonance from the Orianna.
The fish has been fried in the river by the robot girl. And yes, so Miami, a little bit more action on the map, able to find at least something back in return. Solzak now has the Blade of the Ruin, or not Blade of the Ruin King, the Rage Blade, the other Blade item, locked down. Egoist's going to try and stop a little bit of the Ornn's assault. He did seem to have upgraded the Graves item, so that is the Rage, or Ghost Blade, going to be the first item opted to be upgraded. I'm surprised he did not do Ari or something like that, but maybe it was just really whoever was near him at that point in time.
Yeah, Ego is just kind of forced to babysit Remy right now. It just has to, you know, tell Remy to put the toys down, don't mess with the tower, it can hurt you. So Ego's just, you know, having to babysit this top wave as Solozak and Beans are here in the mid lane, just trying to clear things up, but here comes Tobacco, trying to use the killer instinct to get out of there, but just gets popped. I mean, that's the Ornn empowered Youmu's for you there.
We're seeing the proof is in the pudding for sure, and he's going to upgrade another item. Gotta imagine, yep, it is the Corky's Essence Reaver, going to be the selection there, and then another one. He is level 16, so he once he actually isn't in damage, I will imagine will upgrade. It looks like he was about to do the Nami, but chose not to because the Ari's like, hey, that's mine.
Yeah, the Bulls just trying to siege down this tower. Ooh, huge rocket from Corky, chunking out 2 members of the Redhawks. But on the bot side of the map, Ari was able to take down a tower, but gets caught out by X and WGFY. The Wukong Orianna combo. Ari will be taken down, but the Bulls do get the tower in return. Remy diving forward. WGFY caught out. That is so much damage coming out from Tobacco. That is the upgraded Youmu's Ghostblade. WGFY having fancy feet, uses the Shockwave. Was that the Shockwave? It wasn't, but sidesteps the call of the Forge God as Kuso picks one off onto Beans, as Tobacco gets one onto Egoist, and Kuso gets another onto Solozak. 3 kills for the Bulls.
And this Nami keeping everyone healthy, even when it looks a little dicey. And the Glacial Prison, it was a good look, but it just wasn't enough for Miami. It looked like maybe a little bit of an overextension for Buffalo, but it really was just maybe the key for them getting this first inhibitor of the game. And yeah, WGFI was kind of just forced to watch as his team was taken down one by one.
Ooh, Tidal Wave 5ing X and WGFY. X forced to clone out of there. WGFY caught out by himself. Will get knocked up by the Ornn against the inhibitor. Another kill for the Bulls. And it feels like after that dragon fight, that, you know, that first true team fight, the Bulls were just able to take what they were able to get out of that and run away with the game.
Yeah, they took the reins and never really let go. It seems like that has kind of been the story. I mean, it happened a little bit earlier in the first game than we would have liked to see, but it just looks like they're playing clean league. I mean, they had a little bit of hiccups, but at this time they're definitely in the driver's seat, and it looks like Miami just is trying to find a way back, but at this point, Rakan is going to be so difficult to pilot. The Kaisa as well, not really going to be finding a lot of values with that killer instinct. And really, no matter where you go, there's going to be a Graves, someone waiting for you. And it's it is really so tough in these types of positions with this type of team comp.
Ooh, Kuso with the Valkyrie in gets an auto onto Beans and does just so much damage, but even though the Bulls are so ahead, you gotta feel for Elvin Cyber. I mean, this Ari has been begging for an Ornn upgraded item for the last couple of minutes, and is the last one to get it.
Yeah, I mean, he is the one that also got solo killed a couple of times.
This is also true.
Yeah, maybe it is kind of his way of repenting. He's like, I'll hold off. But he does get it. The upgraded Shadow Flame going to come through, and that is the level 17 for Ornn. So, yeah, I mean, it does come through eventually.
Yeah, all Ornn upgraded items for the side of the Bulls. We do see that the Redhawks are just 5 stacked on top of each other. I'm not sure that's what you want to do with the threat of the Call of the Forge god there.
The threat of an end there.
Yeah, just everyone could be knocked up by that, but they do scatter a little bit. Beans, X, and WGFY seeing Remy and Elvin Cyber on the top side as we see Egoist holding down the mid with Solo Zach, but it looks like the Bulls are just going to force their entry into the base with
the 2-3.
Yeah, I just completely blanked in my mind there. They have 2 different entrances on the top and the mid, but there's the engage on the top side. Ari Charm going to find Beans. Beans taken down to about half, is able to dash out with the help of Egoist and Solo Zach. X taking a nice shot to the face from Grave will get chunked out as well, but WGFY now stepping up to kind of be this protector as Elvin Cyber goes in, misses the charm, does find the Q, chunks WGFY to about half, but they want all 3 towers and all 3 inhibitors on this rift right now.
Yeah, and they're playing it slow, really not showing too much in their hand. Remy just going to finish off this top tower, or top inhibitor, excuse me. And they will just kind of slowly back off, just suffocating Miami at this point. Remy not going to just letting these super minions flow into the base.
Cyber flash forward with the charm, just find WGFY, but X dives in with the Glacial Prison and the shockwave, but that is just not enough damage, not enough for the Redhawks to do, and the Bulls are going to run away with this game. Solozak holding on, trying to get a kill, and return does not. The Bulls are going to win this series 2-0.
Solozak just kind of healing them with his autos at that point, and that is Graves, putting him in the grave, and that will be all she wrote, folks, for the Miami Redhawks. Buffalo making another statement win, continuing their positive momentum. Now 5-1 in Miami. What are we falling to now?
3-3.
3-3. So even with our record, but I think, obviously there's still more work to be done. But Miami, I think they definitely got some valuable data. I think the Orianna, for one, looked phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely held his own in that game, WGFY. So definitely some signs of life.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, this is a kind of a rough stretch in terms of the schedule, so it will allow them to kind of adapt, get better. But it is going to come at the cost of a couple rough games, and sometimes you just got to take those that roll with the punches. And like you said, don't take it too personally. This is just part of what happens, and we'll get better from here.
Yeah, it's part of playing League. You win some, you lose some. But you mentioned these signs of life. WGFY really coming alive with this Orianna. I think his Galio game earlier may have left a little bit to be desired, but still had a pretty decent showing. But, I mean, X on this Wukong, I think the Sejuani Wukong Orianna core really works for this team and what they want to do.
It's the bot lane.
I still think the bot lane has to figure out this identity a little bit. Maybe just some duo Q a little bit might help them out.
Something. I just think that one is reps, but also I just feel like the champion pool isn't.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel like anything's landing too particular. The only thing that I really felt super solid on was the Jinx. And
earlier in the season,
I think the Jinx caters to their strengths well, just kind of finding those little angles, those picks to be able to play out these fights and kind of snowball that get excited. So maybe something more along the lines with that identity. But yeah, I'd say definitely explore more in that area. I think the support picks are good. The Rakan, it just didn't look like it was a super, like we thought that there was potential there, but it didn't look a comfort pick. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was like trying to say super comfortable, but anyway, I digress. I think, like I said, Miami definitely back to the drawing board a little bit, but yeah, overall not a bad series, and we'll be back stronger later in the week.
Yeah, well, GG's to Buffalo. I mean, just a great showing from the Bulls tonight. I mean, their team pretty stacked, if I say so myself, and some of their players looking pretty good. I mean, Remy on that Ornn. Ornn is not an OK champion. That is another fact. Not to take away from Remy. No, Ornn is not an OK champion.
Remy played that so well. I'm an Ornn abuser.
Listen,
I'm an Ornn merchant. Like when I play Clash and I have to play top lane, I'll just play Ornn because it's just so easy. Like you will be useful no matter the circumstances. We call it Orn duty, but
Or
he took
duty.
Orn duty and he just said, "I am the carry," and he looked like an assassin, mage, hybrid, all at once, and it took my breath away. So Remy, Rosemary, I don't care. This guy's the goat.
Well, GG's to the Bulls. Miami moves to 3-3, but that is not the end of ESC action this week. No, we have another match here, 8 p.m. Eastern, as the Redhawks will be taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. It will be the battle of the swoops, as both of our mascots are named. And that is a match that you do not want to miss. So make sure you are here 8 p.m. Eastern. Follow us on Twitter at RedHawksGG and on Instagram at RedHawksGG. So you can stay up to date with everything that we're doing over here. But we appreciate you all joining us for tonight. I've been Isaac Rhythm Arredondo.
I've been Devin, TheDoc O'Connor.
And we hope that you all have a great night. We'll see you later.